Hello everybody. In the first part of this video, or maybe the first video I put out, you've seen the Chinese shoe patcher, cobbler's sewing machine, and since that video, I got rid of the stand. The 3 legs, it's just not, no, don't like it. So I got some oak boards and made this nice wooden stand. It's longer than what it needs to be, and of course I've got the thread that they gave me setting right there, but I also made a place here for that spool of thread. I put a rod up here with some stainless steel eye screws, and of course that thread comes through there and comes through the machine, goes through that tensioner, and then comes up through behind this bar into this, I call it a bird's eye, and then down through the tube down to the needle. And I've got another presser foot, and I have cut it in two right here, and then I put shrink wrap on here to keep from scarring the leather. And but I couldn't find a 4x4, 3.5 by 3.5, whatever, oak. So I had some 2x2 that was 3 foot long oak, and I cut them, secured them to the platform and to each other, and then mounted the machine to it. So, and I also added some rubber bands right here, so when you're doing the bobber threading, with this V-notch groove cut in here from the factory, this was slipping a lot. So I put the rubber bands in there to give it some traction. Another thing that I have done since I mounted it was I took this bolt loose, and the other for the third arm, and put washers, that's what everybody done, in between them so the arms aren't rubbing against the frame. I don't know if you can see this one or not. That washer's a little bit too thick. It needs to be a little thinner because it does create a problem here when you rotate the presser foot around. It just throws it just a little bit out of alignment. I think I've almost got it fixed, but if I could get a thinner washer, and I'm going to look and see if I've got one. The only place to actually oil this thing is there's a hole right there to oil it up. The other ones I've seen, the other machines, this bar kind of looks like this one. You can see how thick it is right here. The other ones have thick bar here too, and it has an oil hole just right over the bolt. And then the thread actually goes down through the bar and out instead of through the side like this one does. But I can stick a little drop of 3-in-1 oil down in there where that washer's at. That really helped free it up. And then one other thing I done, and let me get it on and I'll show you. I made a top for it. Now this top will help me to lay a piece of leather, hold it here without trying to hold it on this little narrow arm. So this is easily removable. Got 4 legs on it, and the legs fit snugly against the base and right here, so it doesn't move, good and steady. I can still open up and get into my bobbin when I need to. And just a piece of board I bought at Lowe's. I cut it down because it was too wide, and this could probably have been a little bit narrower. I just need enough to hold the leather while I'm sewing. But the whole benefit of this is not trying to balance on here, and then with it laying flat here, it's easier for the presser foot that's right here to pull. And like I said, I put heat shrink around this so that the bottom teeth of the pressure foot doesn't dig in. Now, of course, by doing all that, I had to do some adjustments on the thread tension. I had to I was trying to remember what else there was. I didn't have to adjust nothing else. The needle was fine and everything. Just had to adjust the thread tension. I did add some heat shrink here, 2 layers. That's your drop for your presser foot. It just makes it easier to grab because it's got that rubber heat shrink to raise and lower that presser foot. Other than that, I got my tools right here, the lighter for melting the thread, the wrench if I need to adjust the pressure foot. This point nut here, it's got a spring on it, is to adjust the stitch length, and all that's set right now. Seems to be doing good. I still may have to work on adjusting the tensioner, thread tensioner a little bit, but other than that, it does real good. I've sewed some pieces, just testing out the thread. I'm getting this little, and I think this was before I adjusted the presser foot tension. I don't think the leather was pulling, since it has the heat shrink on there. I think it kind of slipped, made the stitch too short, because you can see how long the stitches are. And that's how long I want them to be. So it's working real good. Just wanted to share that, kind of give a little update. I'm not ready to start making things and stitching them on this yet. I'm still doing some trial and error. Just making sure I get all the kinks worked out, get it tuned up. And the thing is, when you change the thread, you go to a different thickness, diameter, whatever you want to call it, thread. You got to go through the tensioning process again on the thread. But I wish the bobbin on these things was a little larger, because you can go through a lot of thread on that bobbin quickly when you're long, piece of leather you're stitching. But other than that, that's the Chinese shoe patcher cobbler sewing machine. Just wanted to give you all a little update on this. I know it has nothing to do with hunting, but it's just another one of my hobbies. You've seen, you go way down on our list, you can see where I made some leather sheaths. Everything was done by Stitch and Pony and sewn by hand. So that's just a little update on this new tool to be using for doing leather work. Appreciate you watching JJ True Outdoor Adventures. As always, see you in the woods.